Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Wine. Welcome back to art class. This week is day 6 and our final day of our Zentangle hand drawing. So I want you to grab your drawing and let's get started. The first thing I want us to do is take a look at the rubric for this project. Evaluate yourself. Assess how you're doing with your pattern work. What are you doing well? What are your shows? And what are the next steps you need to do to grow and improve your work as you finish today? Remember, you should be using a variety of lines and shapes to create different patterns. Make sure that you're balancing your color into certain areas to add emphasis. And make sure that your patterns are creating a wide variety of values. Make sure you're working to keep things neat by staying inside the individual small shapes. And if areas are colored in, make sure that they are colored inside the lines, inside the shapes, and that you've covered all of those tiny white peekaboo spaces. Finally, this is a great week to look at the complexity of your patterns. As you're working to make patterns have darker values, make sure that you're making the patterns really interesting by increasing their complexity by adding different lines and different shapes. So one thing that you need to look at this week as you work to finishing your artwork is look at the different values you're creating by your lines. Remember, areas that have very few lines are going to appear light in value. The more lines you have, the darker the value is going to be. So you can create values that are medium, and you can also create values that are darker by coloring in parts of the pattern. You could even have 1 or 2 areas where you color in the shape all the way. So just make sure that you are balancing those light, medium, and dark areas, working to create balance, balancing your colors. And finally, check to make sure that you have used some of your own patterns as well as borrowing from the pattern sheet. Once you think you are all the way finished, you are ready to submit your work. You can take a photo, send it to me on Google Classroom or on Dojo, or if you're seeing me in class, you can turn it in class. Have a wonderful week. I cannot wait to see all the different patterns that you have created for this Zentangle project. And until next week, keep on creating.